not? Okay. Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about the dress code and the sexism involved, the horrid distractions, and a little bit about how it affects students' body image. Now you're probably thinking, dang, Charlie's going a little over the top on this one, but I promise you, you'll see what I mean. Let me explain. You guys know how hot it gets down here. It's the South after all. So to prevent us girls from drowning in our own pool of sweat, we wear shorts, sleeveless shirts, and skirts. Well, think again. You're not allowed to do this on campus, and this is why. Schools all around the world are calling for this respectable look through their clothing. Now, to keep tabs on this, you have to monitor all shoulders, legs, and belly buttons. Now, I'm not going to give you a psychological lesson on how you dress, but there are some major subliminal messages being sent here. Girls are told every time their shoulders are seen that it's not appropriate, so wear a jacket, and in extreme cases, go home and get a change of clothes. Or in other words, your shoulders are too sexual. And so is your thighs, back, and midriff. Let me ask a question. How is your collarbone not respectable? The only other reason to not show your shoulder is because it's not appropriate. Or in other words, too sexual in class and on campus. Now, it doesn't make sense to sexualize girls when they're only 16. Honestly, the dress code is just completely hypocritical. To quote-unquote protect girls from being sexually viewed, yet they sexualize them in the process just simply doesn't make sense. Even the wording it uses is only proof of how the system objectifies young kids. The dress code disguises itself with this nice and kind word of respect to make it seem a little less blatant. Now, body image, even if you don't admit it, is a hard thing to be positive for most, if not all, students. And being told every single time a portion of your body is seen that it's too provocative, it only ingrains how inappropriate and disrespectful your body is at such a young age. To imply bad things about a student's body only promotes negative thinking about their image. Now, students have to deal with so many other things besides just this. On top of daily school stress, typical teenage self-esteem issues, and constantly experiencing unrealistic expectations, it truly does wear down on kids. And it easily lets them look at themselves in a lot worse light than they really are. And now, it's extremely safe to say, the dress code is sexist. And it's heard and acknowledged that dress code targets girls, but it also targets guys. They assume that guys will always look. And administrators who enforce the dress code say that your dress can't be that short because it's biologically in boys' nature to look, and that boys will be boys. Boys are just as able as girls to control themselves. Society doesn't assume that girls are going to stare and harass guys when they wear shorts, so why guys? Society acts as though boys can't control themselves and punishes the girls because of it. And this is why the school deals with it wrong. The school claims that braid ends, sweatpants, exercise shorts, and leggings that don't cover the butt is distracting. But in all honesty, if someone gets distracted by those things, they should probably have to deal with those consequences. Instead of punishing the girl who is being looked at inappropriately, punish the student who's looking at her. If students can control themselves from texting the entire time during class, then they can stop themselves from staring at a collarbone for 50 minutes and listen to the teacher. In some cases, the dress code is more of a distraction. Girls are worried of whether or not guys are looking up her skirt, and that's just simply because they're always told that's what happens. And that's what guys do. What's even more so distracting though, and even humiliating, is when teachers call a student out on the dress code in the middle of class and it takes time out of class just to find new clothes. But I need to make something clear. The dress code cannot be taken away. Yes, after I prove the sexism, how it's the real distraction, and all the negative effects on body image, the answer is not to get rid of it. The problem isn't dress code itself. It's why we feel we need it in the first place. To handle the problem appropriately means to stop enabling students. We need to educate kids about how it's wrong to look at other students in that way, just as wrong as it is to steal or cheat, and how to handle these situations. The first step is to teach students at a young age to control themselves, learn focusing techniques, and how your body is okay to be seen. And then go from there. So whenever something does happen, do not punish the girl. Punish the boy, quote unquote, being a boy, and stop allowing it. Society is punishing the wrong side of the battle. So stop controlling the victim or so-called distraction, and actually actually stop kids from looking inappropriately at other students.